Do you have what it takes? The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is searching for amateurs of all skill levels to play for Team USA and compete against an international field in the King's Cup, a 54-hole match play event at Glasson Golf Club in Athlone, Ireland. When you win your flag at the USGC King's Cup National Championship, you become a part of Team USA at the King's Cup in the spring of 2022. The road to the King's Cup begins with a national qualifier. Learn more at usgolfchallenge.com for all the details.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Houdini? Wow. Baby's got back. Houdini.
Houdini. That's pretty cool.
I'm an escape artist myself.
So what is it?
The easiest club you'll ever play.
Is that Bernhard? Oh, great. Langer.
You know why I play Tour Edge? Because I win with it.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
And welcome back to Big's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all your Amazon devices. And don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. And you get to watch us every single Wednesday on YouTube TV and on Facebook Watch. I am Big John Quick. She is the golf diva, Amanda Sensor, and he is the golf father, Bill Cuevas. And the segment is sponsored by Tour Edge Golf, golf's most solid investment. Pound for pound.
Golf's most solid investment!
Nothing comes close.
Yes.
Bill, you're exactly where you need to be this week, right on the bottom spot.
You know what? You guys are lucky that all my feelings have been killed.
Have already been hurt.
No, killed. Hurt
Killed?
means they can get better. Mine have been killed. So
Killed.
my feelings, I
Oh,
don't have any more.
I thought he said kilt. I'm like,
Kilt.
why would your feelings be kilt?
I'll wear a kilt. You want me to wear a kilt? I'll wear a
Killed.
kilt. Killed.
That-
I said my feelings have been killed, baby.
That East
Killed.
Coast accent.
It's that accent I got. It's an
Yeah.
accent. And now I'm trying to get me a Southern accent.
Oh boy.
I need that Southern belle.
Stay in your lane, golf father.
Whoa!
Stay in your
My
lane.
goodness, I tell you, man. Honestly, I mean, you two just keep beating me up. I mean, it's like a tag team.
We're the least of your worries.
This is true, but you know what? These past 8 or 9 days have been super productive.
Great.
I'm very happy with my progress that I've come with. I did a lot of stuff that I needed to get done. I came to the realization, you know what?
Like it?
Sometimes you can't fix other people. You just got to do what you got to do, regardless. You try to do things the right way. And I just got tired of the crazy stuff that was going on. So, you know what?
Evil in the world.
There's a lot of evil in the world, but you know what? I thank God I got to, me in the relationship that I have, my twins is incredible. So it makes it all worthwhile.
I gotta be honest, man. This is the closest I probably in the 10 years that I've known you, 10 plus years I've known you. It's probably the closest I ever seen you with your daughter.
Yeah, she's by my side I've always been her protector, but you see things, but you don't expect things. You know what I mean? So
I just think, well, your relationship with your son and your relationship with
oh my goodness,
with the twins that have really have gone to another level in a good way.
Absolutely. But I mean, because they've opened up. You know what I mean? And the more they open up, and the more that they talk, you know, you never want. You know, there's always there's 3 sides to every story and stuff like that. But you know, my son, you know, he's 6'4", but he has autism. So sometimes, you know, he's you know more like 12 years old when it comes to stuff, even though he's 19. But you know, there was a lot of things that I was unaware of. I wasn't willing to push buttons when it came to him, you know, because unfortunately, when he went to college, I had to get him labeled, which I never believed. I don't believe in labels. I believe the only handicap we have is the ones that we put on ourselves. So it's different. But you know, every day, sit down, we talk for hours. It's incredible. He's in college. He passed everything the first semester, and they said he couldn't do it. But so far, he did it. So, and that's what all the obstacles that popped up in between. So he already started his second semester. This past week was his second semester.
Wow. Does he love it?
He does. He does. You know, he calls me every day, and he's like, when we don't see each other, he's talking and like, hey, Dad, I gotta do this. Okay, yesterday, you know, we were talking because of the college stuff, and we had to go to bookstore and get things like that. But you know, you do what you have to do, but to that I mean, you have a bond with your children, but to see it prosper more and more, even as they get older, is something. You know what I mean? Because normally at 19, they're running. I mean, he talks about, oh, I want to start dating. I want to go to Zumba and meet people and do this. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. And the other one, you know, she's talking. I'm like, okay, but you know, it's hard to look at. I mean, they're 19. They're adults. The law looks at them as adults. Me, I don't care if you're my child. I don't care how old you are. You're still my child. You're still my baby.
That's my mom.
So,
my mom's like, you're 32. You're still my baby, and I'll take care of you.
And that's how it is. I mean, that's no matter how old they get, it's different. It's not like, you know, my dad looks at me and says, "Oh, you're my baby." No, it doesn't. But I will until I take my last breath. They're always going to be my baby. I would do anything for them, and they know it. And that's the best part, that I would do whatever I can to protect them and do what I can. I'm going to do everything and anything to make sure they succeed in what they need to do. And that's it. I'm proud of both of them. You know, Sopha's getting ready. I know I'm not supposed to call Sophia. Nobody else can call Sopha, but you know, she's still intending to go into the military. So hopefully March, April will be the date that she goes in. We're working towards a lot. We're doing a lot of work together. The 3 of us are doing a lot of good things. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the progress. I can't, you know, life isn't great, but you know what? When you have your kids and they love you and you're doing right by them and they're doing right by you, what can you do? You know what I mean? I let them be. I let them do what they want. And as long as whatever they're doing in life is respectful of other people, I don't care. You know, I always tell them, respect other people and treat people the kind way, right way. I mean, the biggest thing that they ever broke my heart, and I really don't like them sometimes, is they quit golf. That's it. When they quit golf, it hurt me. And they're like, "Dad, we'll go on the golf course with you, but we're not taking any more lessons." And I was like, "Okay."
You were devastated.
And then they tag team me. They came together.
They came together.
Solo. They went
right.
They went for that 67% of my heart that's still beating. That's what they went for. It's like,
I will say that as you get older, your relationship obviously with your parents change. It becomes different, and it is nice. Like I was always close with my parents, but as I got older, because the dynamic changes, as far as now we can be friends. Now it is different. And you see, like when your kids are little, they might not see everything that's going on around in the household and all of that. And when they get older, you can actually have conversations with them.
Kids see. Kids see. We think they don't see because we probably forgot.
Oh, no, but I mean, they don't really ever want to sit down and have a intimate chat when they're 8. But as you get older,
yes,
you can talk to them like
yeah,
humans.
yeah. Like my daughter, Dad, I need my prescription. Okay, Dad, I need you to go to the drugstore for me, please. I need you to get this for me, Dad. I need some underwear, Dad. I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want. Or you get a call from that shop. Dad, should I get these things? I don't know. What's your opinion? I'm like,
I don't have an opinion.
I don't have an opinion right now. I don't want to form an opinion right now, and I just don't want to think about it right now. But it's been cool.
By the way, you're doing your own laundry from here on out.
She's working, so she's like, "Come on, let's go to lunch." So that you got into that, and that's what I did with my eldest. We used to go out to lunch. We used to just do our movie thing, and that's where we're at with them. I enjoy doing that, and they're enjoying the stuff. They're working through things on their own, which is great. But the time that we share every day is beautiful, man. It's a blessing to have it. So, but this is a golf show, right? We did mention that they broke my heart when they quit golf, right? So yeah, that's about that. So yeah, it's been good. I'm spending a lot of time with them, so I'm happy in that aspect that relationship is growing and going in the right way. So I'm gonna make her buy me some more lunch today too. That's why
Keep it going.
Keep it going. Might as well, man. Gotta take advantage. You gotta like, hey, you got money, right? Come on, hook daddy up. So it's good. Mr. Biggs, you all right, man? You're so quiet. This is the talk show, Biggs.
He is quiet today.
I am just listening to you guys.
Ramble on.
So there you go.
Yeah, well, you can jump in anytime.
Well, let's talk some golf.
Well, thanks for the permission. I appreciate that.
Hey, well, I'm just saying, I was like prodding you just a little bit. Come on, get on up in it, bro. So yes. So what are we going to talk about? We're doing the round table. What do you want to talk about? Let's see what's going on in the news, Amanda. Come on, tell us. Pick a subject.
So the USGA just announced that the US Open is creating an exemption specifically for the Korn Ferry Tour.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we know there's all kinds of ways to get into the US Open, but they are taking the season point holder at the end of the season who has the highest amount of points for the season and including 3 other tournaments that are like finals. I don't really know 100% how the Korn Ferry Tour works, but there must be a couple end of the year. So all of that point total, one person will get an exemption into the US Open. That's which has never been the case before, because even if you played and you were top of the Korn Ferry, you had to go into a qualifier. You had to earn your way there. And honestly, I don't see there being an issue. I like it. I think you've worked hard all year long. They should offer some exemptions other ways than having to, I worked my butt off the whole season and now I got to go start for pre-qual.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a great idea with the USGA, what they're trying to do, because obviously USGA is supposed to be that organization that grows the game of golf and to promote it and stuff like that, and kind of gives just a little bit of taste or a little bit of something on a platter for the guys that are looking to play on the PGA Tour full time and earn that PGA Tour card. The Korn Ferry Tour people, they make some money. I mean, they make more than Symetra,
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You're simply playing on the Korn Ferry Tour. Either you lost your PGA Tour card and you have to regain it, or you are trying to get your PGA Tour card to play full time.
Yeah.
Because when you're playing on the Korn Ferry Tour, and Amanda, correct me if I'm wrong, typically those guys don't have full rides on sponsorships, for entry fees and all that stuff. Some guys, the promising ones, probably does. Guys that they know will make it to the PGA Tour. But for those that fight every single weekend just to hopefully win a tournament or come in the top 10 or top 20, top 15, and make a little bit of money in the meantime, get some points. I think it's a great way the USGA says, you know what,
Yep.
You're going to be at this point, when the U.S. Open approaches, we're going to reward you and we're going to give you a spot, in the tournament.
So I thought it was interesting. So they made a comment on why they were doing this, because why now? Why, and it says the USGA is pleased to offer this exemption to a tour that has been well represented in the US Open and has developed an accomplished group of professionals for more than 3 decades. And so I thought that quote, while it's nice and that's great, I thought it was kind of a weird thing to say, because it's like they have been, so in the US Open, it's well represented with a lot of Korn Ferry Tour players throughout, because that's who's going to go play. I mean, yes, you have the big dogs that are automatically exempt from the PGA Tour, but it's going to be mostly, it's the same for the women. Like, you have the top dogs, and then everybody else had to go through qualifying just like everybody else. But I thought it was interesting how it's like they're shining light on the fact that they haven't done anything till now, because they're like, they have provided professionals for 3 decades.
30 years.
Finally gonna do something about it.
We're finally gonna recognize you 30 years
giving you
later.
one exemption.
Yeah,
So
I was kind of stuck on that. I'm like, because originally when we were talking before we did the segment, I was thinking like, well, I thought maybe they'd give an overall exemption for the champion, maybe. Sure. And then some of their some of the bigger events that they had, that they would do it. Yep. But, I always think that there's, like, if they win this, they win that. You got some legit guys that were on tour that did lose their card that are on there. And that could be their catapult to come back.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, I'm gonna make it here.
I'm with you on that. And I think it's funny too, because of course the Korn Ferry Tour has to give a statement back. Yes. And of course they have to be PC. And so they're like, we appreciate the acknowledging of our exceptional play and performances by recent Korn Ferry members. Like, but you're kind of playing, and I don't know. I just think it should have come a lot sooner than now, but I guess now is better than never. So
yeah, that's like them coming later on. We got the Cactus Tour, which Mike does a great job during the whole entire COVID. Which tour? He
was the only tour.
He was the
tour.
Was. You know what I mean? Right. So one day somebody's gonna like, oh, for your exceptional participation of doing this during COVID, helping grow the game, because he was the only one out there. And that's how the girls got to go out there and still try to make a living and do what they were doing. Yeah. So, 100%. It's sad that it took that long. I mean, 30 years is a long time to say, thank you. We're going to give you one spot for that, though.
Like I said, I guess better late than never.
Biggs, I want you to know, for the 16 years that you've been on air, that we appreciate everything that you do.
Yeah, right. We're just now telling you that.
So being that you've been on for so long, I got one Ritz cracker that I am going to give you from my pack. Okay?
Right.
Well, at least have peanut butter on it.
No, bro. Come on, man. You only been on 16. Not 30.
Yeah, that's 20 years.
Yeah, talk to me later, man. Come on, man. Be humble. Did you hear what she just said? You got to do it the right way. You got to say thank you, Bill, for acknowledging my 16
years. Thank you for acknowledging my great work.
You should say, I'm looking forward to adding my Skippy peanut butter.
Here's what I'm going to say to that.
Okay.
16 years has been long. Acknowledgement at the 16th year with a Ritz cracker. At least it's a Ritz cracker.
That's right, baby. Nothing but brand name here. What?
And Ritz Crackers is not a sponsor of the Big Golf Talk.
No, they're not. But you know what?
I will gladly take some product from Ritz.
Oh my goodness. It doesn't matter if it's the Ritz cheese cracker, peanut butter cracker.
He's like, I'll take it.
It's a Ritz.
See, I'm going to be the devil's advocate here.
Don't talk about
you guys are hammering these guys, for waiting so long. At least someone's come to their senses and said, it's about time we do this. So
I agree with that.
Let's give kudos. Just like 16 years, I've been on the air. I'm not going to dwell on the non-appreciation that you showed me for the last 16 years. I'm going to dwell on the appreciation you just showed me.
Oh boy.
With the offering of the Ritz crackers to say congratulations.
Okay. I hear you, Biggs, but
Go
let
ahead,
me
man,
give
preach, girl,
let
preach.
me give a rebuttal to why I still am irritated. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
They made another statement of why the USGA did, of why they're doing this, besides we want to appreciate. Okay. They said the exemption will make a big difference as guys will be even more competitive and motivated as they fight for number one. So there, after we dug, we found out the real cause. They want the tour to be more competitive, which, yes, in any retrospect, even the LPGA, like everybody, that's the goal.
I said that earlier, though. This gives somebody to,
right. Which it gives them
doesn't
something
wait to the end of the season to say, okay, I'm going to turn it up now because I'm in this position. It's time for me to turn it up and earn that tour card. Well, this allows them to turn it up from week
day
one.
See, and I think that's a better reason than saying it's because we appreciate the Corn Ferry Tour.
We're dangling that that Ritz cracker. Biggs, look right in front of your face, bro.
Right. And I agree with you, Biggs. I think it's more about keeping the guys everybody works harder when they have something to fight for or they're more competitive. And these guys are wired that way. Like if you're a golfer, you're wired to win. You're wired to compete. Any athlete.
Just imagine, okay, I'm gonna take Phil Mickelson, I'm gonna use his name. Yeah. Let's just say Phil Mickelson is not on the PGA Tour.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then I'm gonna take Bill Cuevas, that nobody has ever heard of. And is barely making it on a corn tour, on a Corn Ferry Tour, right? So we got Phil Mickelson that he's in headlines. He's on the Corn Ferry Tour. He's a prospective future of golf. You got Bill Cuevas, who nobody even knows.
Nobody even likes. Who is that guy?
So if Bill Cuevas all of a sudden has a great year and gets in the top 5 in points, still nobody's heard of him. Like, where's this guy coming from? And then all of a sudden, U.S. Open comes around. And now he's in the top spot for that week or whatever the case might be. Boom. You're in the U.S. Open, Bill Cuevas, and guess what? You now will be recognized by a sponsor. You will be paid for by sponsorships for every tournament you're ever golfing in.
It opens that portal. It does. And it gives, like you said, the underdogs kind of a fighting chance. And
absolutely.
No, I think it's great. I really do. I think it's
good.
Great.
It's going to make the guys that are contemplating, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should slack up over here. No, they're not going to slack. They're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to make it. I'm going to do it. I want that top position, which is, everybody wants a carrot at the end of that tunnel. The PGA Tour is paying for the FedEx.
Or a Ritz cracker.
Or a Ritz cracker. I prefer the Ritz cracker than the carrot.
I think, but that's in any job in life. And granted, there are people in the world that aren't wired to be competitive. And I know that. But if you're in a sales role, you're a professional athlete, you are, there are a lot of jobs in the world that if you incentivize me, I'm going to push. I'm going to fight for that. I'm going to feel like there's more added value. And there's it's just a perk.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of companies are set up to do that.
If I can push where I should be. Is the
producer talking in your ear?
Yes, we got to go.
Oh, okay.
23 minutes, 24 minutes.
24 minutes.
Yeah, flown by really quick.
Yes,
all right. More, we love the conversation. What do you guys think? Is this a good idea on the Corn Ferry Tour? Is this something that a lot of guys think that's long coming, but a lot of people think, guys and gals, think it's a long coming thing, but it's finally here, and we should appreciate the gifts that are presented to us at this moment. Absolutely. More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right after this.